Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. A rapidly changing sequence of weather over the next few days as Atlantic weather systems move in quickly. Wednesday starts off dry and bright with some frost in some of the valleys and the glens and higher terrain below freezing point as well. Winds will strengthen though, and that will become gale force later in the day, severe gales or stormy over higher terrain. Rain will sweep in from the Atlantic as well, that preceded by some snow on the Scottish mountains. A few bits of showers locally near to some coasts around Skye and the west of Wales in the morning. Those will fade, high cloud will build, and then that main frontal band of rain approaching from the west through the afternoon. Getting onto the west coast by around mid-afternoon, pushing inland as we head toward darkness on Wednesday evening, and a more persistent, extensive spell of rain and some hill snow on the higher mountains in Scotland, but that likely turning wetter even higher up as the freezing level lifts to the high summits into the late evening and night. That rain will spill across England and Wales and then largely clearing away eastwards through the night into early Thursday. Thursday's chart, though, is another very changeable one with strong to gale force west-southwesterly winds across the country. Strongest speeds look to be across Wales, where severe gales on higher mountains much of the daytime. Not quite as strong further north across the Highlands. Uncertainty on the extent of rain and showers, some more persistent spells of rain sweeping in from the west into the Highlands. That could again just turn back to some snow on the high tops as temperatures start to drop from the northwest later on in the day. Some heavier showery bursts becoming organised across western England and Wales as well. Driest for longest toward the north and far northeast of the Highlands. Friday sees our next weather system approaching from the Atlantic, and that looks to be tracking across Ireland into more central parts of England and Wales through Friday afternoon and evening. Ahead of that, though, we've got a strong westerly wind across Scotland, showery conditions in the west with some snow on the Munros, even falling a bit lower than that at time. Drier toward the eastern side of the Highlands, some cloud breaks over those easternmost mountains at times. Any early dry and bright weather for England and Wales giving way to thickening cloud and rain setting in from the west, and the prospect for some hill snow in North Wales, even toward the Pennines late in the day. Still a fair bit of uncertainty on the exact track of that low pressure system. Most indications take it across the southern half of the country. There is the scope to see still some snowfall from that reaching the southern portions of Scotland. More likely, though, the heaviest precipitation is further south, and that risk overnight Friday into Saturday of maybe even some considerable snowfall over the Pennines and North Wales. Colder air will get dragged in from the back of that system from the northwest, so by Saturday daytime we're all under a much colder northwesterly airflow. That leads us into a windy and cold weekend with showers of snow and hail rattling in from the northwest, most frequent around those western and north-facing coasts. Sometimes some more organised precipitation, even snow or hail, sometimes falling to some lower elevations. The risk of isolated lightning in the mix as well. A significant, if not severe, wind chill over the mountains much of the time. Best of drier, brighter conditions focused away across more eastern parts of the Pennines, southeastern parts of the Highlands. A more direct northerly flow on Sunday, so temperatures may just drop a bit further. Again, there'll be some snow and hail showers in that forecast, a bit more focused on the northern facing mountains, even down toward the eastern side of the Pennines, possibly by that time. Still looks like gales across the higher terrain, so a severe chill factor and rather challenging conditions from middle elevations upwards. High pressure is out toward the west, and that looks like building its way in gradually into next week. How extensive that high becomes is open to some question, but it does look like blocking the progress of Atlantic weather systems for a little while, with low pressure circulating over central parts of Europe. That will maintain a rather cold and strong northeasterly wind early in the week across England and Wales. A few showers with some snow on the high ground here at times. For Scotland, more likely dry under the high, with lighter winds as well. Some inversion conditions to be found, most likely on some days as well. Temperatures staying on the chilly side for Scotland, with the snow that will fall over the weekend on high ground likely to be preserved. So a drier and still wintry prospect for the mountains. Some improvement on the horizon, but rather turbulent for a few days forwards at the moment. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl. Thanks for watching.